When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile but all you have is to sigh, when care is pressing you down a little bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. For life is queer with its twists and its turns, as every one of us must sometimes learn, and many a person turns about when they might have won had they stuck it out. Often the struggler has given up when he might have won the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to a golden crown. Last time on Safi's Rocket, I unfortunately got caught out by heavy rainfall and roadside flooding. After the clock struck 11 PM, I knew it was too late to carry on, and so I surrendered to a car lay-by where I fell asleep inside a soggy sleeping bag and hoped that tomorrow would be a little bit easier, or at least a little bit warmer.
So, last night it got too dark, and I look rough. Yeah, it got too dark last night, so I ended up sleeping in the lay-by. Again. And I've been eaten alive by midges. My skin is so itchy. It's so awful. So I'm gonna pack everything up, try and get everything ready to go on the bike before I get outside the tent. There's like 5-6 midges in here that I managed to get in when I was like bringing everything in. I've been like slowly killing them throughout the night. Horrible. But yeah, so let's pack up. I also forgot to bring t-shirts with me on this trip, so we are now going to be wearing the same t-shirt 5 days straight. But I did bring 4 pairs of pants, so just in case. Useless. Look at them all. Oh, they're making my skin itch just looking at them. Ugh. Creepy. Oh, they just want to eat me. They're everywhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't want to go outside in it.
So the next challenge on the list was to pack up my tent and my belongings in what was effectively a swarm of bugs.
So some Canadian guy said to me, he's just like, oh yeah, they're like scared of fire, so if you turn on your bike engine, they should all fly away. So I was like, right, okay. I've not heard that before, but sure, I can see the merit in it. Fire, you know. Anyway, do not do that. Absolutely ever. Because what I expected was for about 50% less midges, and what I got was midgie feeding frenzy. And I'm pretty sure guys, midges are attracted to like CO2 or something. Oh, good God. Right. god, that was awful. Right, we have 1 bar of fuel. My face looks like I've had an allergic reaction to life. Oh, this is awful. But this is beautiful. If I hadn't had such a horrific way of waking up, I could have enjoyed this view. But I'm just determined to get out of here. I didn't even have time to put my tent away properly because they were just eating that was like Mission Impossible. I'm like half squished at the front because I just threw all the luggage on the back like as soon as I could. I suppose one of the benefits of getting kicked out your campsite really early on is I'll probably make it to my next stop on time. Oh dear.
The next task on today's bucket list was to sort out the lack of fuel issue I was experiencing.
Right, let's see if I can pull over and find where the frig I'm going. Or at least supposed to be going. Oh dear.
However, I suspected that this problem was going to be a little bit more difficult to solve than packing up a tent.
We are in a little bit of a predicament. I have 1 tank left. I don't know how much that is on there.
And the next petrol station was 46 minutes away.
Right, okay. Let's not waste fuel waiting here.
Now, normally there is a petrol station every 20 to 30 minutes on the North Coast 500. However, one thing that I failed to take into consideration this day was the fact that it was a Sunday, which meant that half of the petrol stations were now in fact closed. To make matters worse, I did actually take 4 wrong turns on my way to the fuel station, which meant that the journey was even longer.
Right. What does this sign say? Okay, we are now officially flashing empty. Oh dear. I'm more nervous than I was before. The good news though is, if I do run out of fuel, because we're heading towards the town, the roads are becoming busier, which means that if I do happen to get stranded, the likelihood of someone passing who happens to have a fuel tank and is willing to share a little does increase.
20 minutes into riding, I was now officially getting incredibly stressed, and I started to pick the pace up.
I am getting a little nervous about the 1 bar of fuel on my bike, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Are you okay? Okay.
One of the most annoying things about running out of fuel was that although the petrol station was 46 minutes away, going back on myself was still a lot faster than going forwards, which meant that I had to undo all of the riding I'd done the night before.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gods were looking down on me today because I did arrive at the fuel station just as my bike cut out.
That camper van has a skirt. What is going on there? Is that so he doesn't kick stones up at the back? I tell you what, nothing teaches you how to ride a new bike like running out of fuel. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable having ragged it around a few of those small twisties. Today just is not my day. I just spent half an hour looking for an SD card, whoop, on the side of the road. And I've given up. I've given up. The midgies have won. They've taken my blood. They've taken my SD card. And they've taken my dignity.
Luckily for me, just as things had gotten really bad, they picked up again.
Look at that! Oh, what? How outstanding. I feel like an Ofsted inspector now. Truly outstanding! Oh gosh, who even am I sometimes?
The sun was shining, my bike gear was now dry, and my spirits were picking up. I started to ride down what is one of the most beautiful scenic coastal roads I'd ever had the luxury of riding down. However, with increased temperatures came an increased desire to find water, something that I had once again run out of. Luckily for me, something caught my attention on the bike and I stopped to pull over.
What a view! What a view! This is fantastic. So, I'm a little bit thirsty, I don't have any water. So we're gonna go drink from a stream. Yep. Oh, I hate doing this. Oh, it's gonna be so gross. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, I completely trust that this is clean water. Worked pretty well, to be fair.
After a quick location check-in with family, I decided to stop and take a moment and look at my surroundings and just really appreciate how beautiful the area was. I'd spent the entire morning fighting against time, but I'd finally wanted to take some for myself. I realised that I couldn't remember the last time I laid in a field and just watched the sun dance across the sky, but I was certain that this was the perfect time and place to do it again.